Fact one, there is lots of heavy metals in the ocean. Fact two, these heavy metals biomagnify up the food chain to larger organisms like tuna, and they become very toxic to eat. Fact three, when people eat tuna, there can be a lot of health risks, especially pregnant women. Fact four, ocean acidification is one of the scariest things about climate change because if the bottom of the food chain, like algae, die because the ocean is too acidic, the entire food chain collapses. Fact five, there is a huge floating state of plastic in the Pacific Ocean called the Pacific Garbage Patch.
What is water pollution?
Pollution in water. What is water pollution? You mean like an example of it?
Yeah.
I would say water pollution could be like plastics and plastic in the water.
Yeah. So the definition is
What?
the definition is
Just,
any
yeah,
chemical,
hello.
physical, or biological change in the quality of water that has harmful effect on any living thing that
Well,
drinks or
that's pretty
uses or
complicated.
lives in it.
It's pretty complicated, but you just read there.
That's how I feel in your class every day.
Okay.
Next. Okay. Where does water pollution come from?
Mankind, human beings,
Okay. Water
Human-
pollution. You done?
I guess.
Water pollution is usually caused by human activities. There are two types of sources: non-point and point.
I got that right?
You got
I
that
get all
right.
5 points?
Point sources discharge pollutants at specific locations through pipelines or sewers into the surface water. Non-point sources that cannot be traced to a single site of discharge. What does that even mean?
Yeah, you don't even know what your own
Okay.
questions are asking.
3.
Okay, go
How
ahead.
do we detect water pollution?
Ooh. Visually, when animals eat the pollution.
Okay. Water pollution is detected in laboratories where small samples of water are analyzed for different contaminants.
I heard that they put these like huge vacuum cleaners in the ocean that basically suck like up all the bags and stuff. Like they're just these, they're these kind of like a big vacuum cleaner. It just like runs 24 hours a day and it like pulls all the debris into it, and then they just pick them up and empty them. Meanwhile,
That's news.
yeah, did you like that?
Okay. What is included in ocean pollution?
What is included in it? Well, kind of everything that we've just said. Anything produced by human beings, like plastics, and anything thrown into the ocean by human beings. Like I would imagine big ships dump a lot of things, maybe even waste. I don't know, I would imagine like oil, when there's an oil spill, that would be included in it, wouldn't it? Why are you
actually,
laughing?
you got
Is
all
that
3
not?
of them.
Did I really?
Yeah. It's floating plastic, oil spills, and trash.
Really? Wow, look at that.
Okay, last
I
question.
know nothing about science. Okay, go
Are you
ahead.
ready for this question?
I hope so. Let me brace myself.
What can you do to prevent ocean pollution?
What can you do? Probably not use plastic, maybe as much. Adopt a seagull. I don't know. You put me on the spot there. Let's see. What can you do? You can go buy a big pair of binoculars, go live by the ocean, and watch it every day. And anytime somebody pollutes, yell at them.
No.
Are you sure?
Okay. What is water pollution?
First thing that comes to mind when I think of water pollution is clean drinking water, and that should be a human right. And then I think about most recently Flint, Michigan. So I think it's the damaging and the dirtying of water that we drink and water in our oceans and lakes and rivers, just all the ways humans and industry can make water uninhabitable.
Where does water pollution come from?
I would say mostly from humans. There are some of those occurrences that happen in nature, except that I think that's a result of the planet warming. So like sometimes in the summer you'll hear that a lake has an algae bloom, but usually it's due to warmer temperatures, so I think mostly from humans.
How do we detect water pollution?
I think there are lots of different ways to detect water pollution, but we definitely need humans to detect it. I think, because humans made it so we could, to have drinking water. So we detect it by different sources detect it. Sometimes you can just see it when you can see, like if you see a swirl of oil running through water, you're probably not going to drink it. And then other ways would be if like someone tells you that the water is probably not good to drink because they've tested it. A respectable, usually a government office has detected that you can't drink it or swim in it.
What is included in ocean pollution?
When I think of ocean pollution, I always think of this giant floating mass of garbage out in the ocean that's, I think I heard that it's the size of Texas, and it's just all the stuff that we've dropped in the water that's I think it's flotsam or jetsam, something like that. And it's just, I think it ranges from those giant cargo ships that dropping those containers to things that have just fallen off.
What can you do to help?
I think what I can do to help is staying informed is probably the best thing I can do, because if I know what's going on, then I can act in ways that are effective, like voting for elected office, but also voting with my dollars. So, knowing where something comes from is another good way to stop that kind of cycle. If you're putting money towards something that is, or you're using something that can be damaging to the ocean or water in general. But it's definitely hard because sometimes it's really difficult to find out that information where things are the source of